I wanted to get rid of all the confusion, just show it as simple as possible and get rid of the crap that these people have put in it. And it's very simple. If you keep the Word of God as infallible and you build around that, you will see where these people are going wrong. You will see where they're making their mistakes and where they're taking these Bible verses out of context and making them apply to the wrong group of people at the wrong time. And dispensation is just context. If you're reading the Bible, you read it in context. Who, when, where, why, how. You're reading Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. It was to the Jews alone. You look at Matthew 10, 5-7. Jesus tells his apostles not to go to the Gentiles, not to go to the Samaritans, who were the half-blood tribes of sort of half-blood Jews in the north, but to only go to the lost sheep of the tribes of Israel, just the Jews. That was it. And we didn't come into the gospel until Ephesians 3, 1-10, where you see Paul. It was until Jesus appeared to Paul on the road to Damascus, and then he gave him this new gospel. It was called a mystery. And if you read Ephesians 3, 1-10, you will see it was a mystery hidden within God until that time, and it wasn't known before that time. That was when it was first, where it first came out, whenever it was given to Paul. So those passages don't apply to us. They're to the Jews in that time, in that context. And you'll see that Jesus even says to them, the gospel of the kingdom come. The kingdom of heaven was going to be on earth there, and then the Jews had accepted it, but God already knew they weren't going to accept it. And his plan all along was for Christ to die. Now, these people do the same thing that they do with those verses in Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, applying them to us today for their own self-righteous, holier than thou. Absolute crap. And they do the same thing with a lot of other verses and the confusions of teachings, and the Pre-Trib Rapture is one of those. And I'll show you how. I'll show you, the Bible does contradict itself on these topics if you don't use dispensation, if you don't use context. Now, the first one is 1 Corinthians 15, 50-54. This is the first time the rapture is ever mentioned in the Bible. These people will say about Matthew 24 and all the rest of it, it's never been mentioned before. And it even tells you it hasn't been mentioned before, because it says, behold, I show you a mystery. Now, it's talking about the rapture, but it's giving you a rundown. This part of this verse is actually just a rundown of how the terrestrial body has to be changed into the celestial body. He explains why, how it happens, and then that's all it is. It's just an explanation that you cannot be raptured in your fleshly fallen body. You have to be changed into your eternal body. It says that the dead get changed first, and then we will go up and we get changed. We get changed into twinkle of an eye and we go up, and that's all it is. Death is swallowed up in victory, right? So this mystery was the rapture. First time it's ever mentioned, nothing else. It gives you a rundown in 1 Thessalonians 5, 1-6. It gives you a rundown of the sign, the Revelation 12 sign, and how we will see this day coming. Now, it says when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, those guys. We don't get sudden destruction. As travail upon a woman with child, the Revelation 12 sign. I'm going to do a full teaching Revelation 12 eventually. And they shall not escape. So them and they. Destruction comes upon them, and they shall not escape. So what happens to us? They're talking about we go up into the air, so we escape. And here we go. This gives you the rundown. It says about it coming as a thief in the night. But it then says, but ye brethren are not in the darkness, that they should overtake you as a thief in the night. So that they shall not overtake you as a thief. You are all children of the light and children of the day. You are not of the light nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So it tells you to watch for that day coming. It tells you you'll see it coming. That's completely contradictory to Matthew 24, right? But of that day and hour no man knoweth, and no, not the angel of heaven, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So that's completely contradictory to what just said there. You just read it, you just seen it with me. That you will see this day coming. Don't be sober and watch. You will see this day coming. It will come upon you as a thief in the night. It'll come upon them as a thief in the night. But why is that contradictory then? Why is in Matthew 24, there's that first one, Matthew 24:36, but in that day or an hour no man knoweth. I've heard so many people say that and they're absolute idiots. But it also says it again in Matthew 24:38, and it says about eating and drinking, marrying in marriage, and until Noah entered the ark. And it says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So everyone's going to have no clue that this is going to happen until Jesus comes. So yet again, in this passage it says no one's going to know when the time is, and he's just going to come out of the blue, and that's going to be it. Now, why are these why do these look like they're contradicting themselves? Why does the Bible look like it's contradicting? Because it's two separate events. And if it's not two separate events, Paul says it was a mystery, this rapture thing was a mystery, it was something new, and then this is talking about the second coming of Jesus Christ. Well, then they are two separate events, and 100%, because if they're not, the Bible is contradictory. And you hold the Bible as being infallible. So what this says is there is a rapture, there's a pre-trib rapture, and that's 100% guaranteed. The Word of God says it.